Welcome to this episode of 10 Games, where I play 10 of a random server game and you deal with it! I got this entirely random, non-threatening comment from this guy named Oliver, I have no idea who it is. Probably watches my streams or something, that told me to play Murder Mystery, so I did. If you thought Murder Mystery was going to be interesting, you are deadly wrong. Get it? Deadly? Well, this game is actually anything but. You're an innocent about 95% of the time, and when you're not, you die. There is no in between. Of course, in the first game, I was an innocent and I did nothing. I ran around trying to collect coins because that's all you can do as an innocent. I wasn't even the sheriff. It was boring. We ended up winning, somehow. I don't really understand. Much like my first relationship, Game 2 was very boring. I just ran around doing nothing the entire time, wishing I was anywhere else. Relationships aside, this game really was not very interesting. I think the most interesting part truly was when I died. But that's usually how it is. I've been hoping for that for a... Sorry, YouTube, I forgot you were still here. In Game 3, I was what people would call a very, very bad man. You know the word on screen, I just can't say it, otherwise they're gonna be angry at me. By them, I mean YouTube. They are my watchful overlords. They are not even paying me yet. I'm doing this for free. You get free content. Anyway, this game didn't go according to plan. Yes, I went on a bit of a rampage, but then I got killed by the sheriff. You may say I'm bad. You're right. In Game 4, I was also an innocent. According to the game, of course, they forgot all about all the children in my My lawyer advised me not to finish that joke, so I won't. Regardless of my particularly unique basement situation that has a lot of room if you care to have a visit, this game was incredibly uneventful. It was the back room, so it reminded me a little bit of the basement. I've gotta stop thinking about that basement. Where all the people down. I ended up getting a bow and arrow and I was hoping to finally be able to do something good. By good, I mean shoot people. In the game, that's what I mean. Definitely in the game. Unfortunately, the game ended before that and the innocents won. In Game 5, I was also an innocent, which meant it was time to run around once again, collect coins, and try to get strange gifts across the map that don't do much for me. Speed? Invisibility? A flashlight? I don't need that. What I want to do is kill every time that I ran into someone, I just expected them to kill me. Sadly, that's not what happened and the innocents won again. What I can say for Game 6 is that it was a game. What I can't say for Game 6 is that it was interesting. This game actually took a very short time. It was about a minute long. That minute was full of absolute nothingness. I tried running around and finding secret passageways, collecting coins, and wondering when I would die. That did end up happening, but not as quick as I would have hoped. A full minute? I can't wait that long to die. Oh, innocent again? I can't take this any longer. Sadly, Game 7 was also very... Are you tired of me saying very? Too bad, I'm gonna continue saying it. Very... Wow. We won. Yay! In Game 8, I was also an innocent. I was right near the murderer when I spawned in and I didn't even notice it. If I had noticed it, I most likely would not have done anything about it. But then I realized, oh, they must be the murderer. Let me just get a bow. But I couldn't get a bow, because this game is a demonic overlord and refuses to let me win. I just want to win! Just let me win! Long story short, the innocents won. In Game 9, I actually was the bad guy again. But sadly, this did not last very long. I don't know if I'm just terrible at the game, or if I don't know how it works, or terrible at the game, but I ended up getting killed by the sheriff relatively quickly. Maybe unaliving people in broad daylight is not a good idea. Maybe. Wait for night. My lawyer has told me that's a bad way to speak, so I will now tell you don't do anything bad and... Let me look at the script. Don't harm others. Long story short, I lost. In Game 10, I just wanted to end off well. I never end off well. But this time, I had a brand new idea. Although I wasn't innocent, perhaps, just perhaps, I would be turned into a sheriff and be able to take down the bad guys like the old Western movies. This may or may not have been a particular fantasy of mine when I was younger, thinking myself a hero of justice, as I think most young men do. Young boys. I don't know. Ask a priest if you want to know about young boys. Regardless of that, I finally was able to turn into a sheriff. And you know what I did? I found the bad guy. I watched the bad guy slay one of my friends, and I took them down to end off 10 games.